Selling products on Etsy is easy and simple. Just join and start selling. Hello everyone, my name is Saad, and my today's topic is on 4 digital products to sell on Etsy. Hit the red bell icon and subscribe to my channel. Etsy has long been the place to go for beautiful handcrafted items made by individuals with a creative streak. This online marketplace shuns mass production and favors the quirky, the unique, and the bohemian, with many viewing Etsy as a great alternative to places like Amazon when it comes to buying gifts for loved ones. What are digital products? A digital product is a product that is bought online and downloaded by the customer, with no need for you to ship or deliver it. The buyer can usually print out the product. These products are called printables, or simply use the downloaded version of the digital product on their devices. A printable could be a calendar, for example. The customer downloads the calendar onto their computer and prints it off themselves. An example of a digital product that you wouldn't print would be an ebook. Ebooks are purchased online and downloaded to a device such as a Kindle, and they are enjoyed via the device. You are never actually holding a physical product. Why sell digital products on Etsy? One of the best reasons to start selling digital products on Etsy is that your startup costs are extremely minimal. Unlike physical products, you don't need to buy a ton of materials and supplies. All you really need is a computer and a knowledge of how to use Canva or other software to create cute designs. Selling digital products on Etsy also takes far less time than creating and selling physical products. For every customer that orders a physical product, you have to painstakingly create that product. 1,000 orders of something means you have to make 1,000 copies of that thing. With a digital product, you can simply create it once, upload it to Etsy, and never worry about it again, unless your customer needs something customized. Another great benefit of selling digital products on Etsy is that you never need to be concerned with complicated shipping and delivery arrangements, costs and endless trips to the post office. 1. Digital planners. Digital planners are super popular on Etsy and versatile to boot. People who use tablets like iPads for planning things love to keep organized using a pretty digital planner, which they can use on apps like GoodNotes and Notability. Digital planners can come in all different types of designs, topics and formats, and popular digital planners include wedding planners, party planners and packing lists, as well as basic personal daily planners. 2. Invitations. Wedding invitations, party invitations, baby shower invitations and more are all the rage on Etsy, with many people preferring to opt for the affordable option over the more expensive sites that were used more in the past. Etsy invitations still have the personal touch without the price tag to match, and they're easy for your customers to print at home. 3. Business cards. Every business, no matter how small, needs business cards. Pre-designed business cards, where the customer can just add their business name and logo, are huge on Etsy, and while it is a very competitive niche, it's a great one to crack. 4. Printable wall art. Whether you're an artist, graphic designer, or you just have a keen eye for interior design, creating printable wall art could be just the thing for you. You can even use fonts on Canva to create simple designs using quotes that people can print off and hang in their homes. Cliché sayings such as "it's wine o'clock" or "home sweet home" do really well on Etsy, and they don't take a lot of time to make at all. There are 3 tips for making money on Etsy. Tip number 1, optimize your listings for Etsy's search engine. 1. Fill out every single text field available on your shop profile so Etsy can learn what your shop is about and start to recommend it to shoppers. This means shop description, shop owner bio, policies and procedures, and so on. 2. Use all 13 tags available to you for every product. If you leave them blank or only use a few, you are minimizing your chances to show up in search. 3. Use long tail tags on your products. These are tags that are both longer and more specific than simple one-word tags. A long tail tag might be a few words long, like Zoom employee gift, compared to just Zoom. This makes it more likely that you will show up earlier and be more relevant for those who search on Etsy. 4. Maximize your product titles and descriptions. In addition to tags, Etsy reads your titles and descriptions for your key search terms. 5. Offer free shipping on your items if you can. Etsy is more likely to recommend your products if you offer free shipping. Tip number 2, use Etsy ads. Etsy offers advertising options that will help to get exposure for your listings. The ads are displayed on search results as well as other pages throughout the site. You're able to target specific keywords in order to get your products in front of the right customers. As a new seller, one of the biggest challenges is getting momentum. Buyers notice things like the number of sales your shop has made and the reviews that customers have left. Advertising can help you get some momentum that produces sales and leads to customer reviews, which will in turn encourage more visitors to purchase your products. You don't need to spend a huge amount of money in order to have some results with ads. Even just a few dollars per day may be enough to get the push you're looking for. Tip number 3, drive traffic to your shop from other sources. One of the perks of selling on Etsy is the fact that the platform already has millions of customers and you can get your products in front of those customers. Although Etsy is a self-contained marketplace with its own search engine, it can be difficult to gain visibility and traction as it's really crowded and competitive. The real gains are made outside of the platform, driving traffic from external sites like Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, Finch said. The best shops create a lot of noise and are a buzz of activity across the web. This is essential if you want to have a successful Etsy shop. Posting your listings and just leaving them is a big mistake. You have to constantly tweak, research and refresh what works until you find the winning formula. It's hard work, but the rewards are amazing. The 3 biggest Etsy mistakes. Mistake number 1. Inconsistent activity. Although selling on Etsy provides a lot of flexibility, you'll need to treat it like a serious business if you want to get results, and that involves being constantly and consistently active. Mistake number 2. Bad images. The photos and images for your product listings will be crucial for making sales. With competition on Etsy being so fierce, the quality of your photos and images can make or break your shop. Mistake number 3. Not researching. It's great that you can sell a wide variety of products on Etsy, but you shouldn't simply pick random products to create just because you want to. You should be researching product ideas using the tips and resources mentioned earlier in this article to verify there is demand for the products before you create them. Thank you for watching the videos. Please subscribe to the channel.